Well, at the St. Cloud Metropolitan Transit Commission Board officially called to order at 4:01 on Tuesday, October 17th. Let the record reflect that everyone is here with the exception of Sauk Rapids and Sartell. So is the additions or changes to the agenda?
No.
All right, is there approval of the agenda?
So move.
Second.
Okay, so any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Consent agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Open forum, anyone here to speak online or in person? Don't see anybody or hear anybody. All right. We're going to general business. Number 7, resolution 2024-01, designating the official depositories and newspaper of the St. Cloud Metropolitan Transit Commission.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Just an annual housekeeping item here. Again, just designating the official depository as well as Fargo and the newspaper as the St. Cloud Times for 2024.
In the paper, we look at this, I think, every year. Is there we looked at other alternatives in any way? Based on, I know there's a requirement, a certain amount of distribution, but I think the distribution is really low.
Yeah.
I know for this point, and there are other media outlets that are available. St. Cloud Live could be, for example. I don't even know. I mean, there's different papers in some of the towns around, not in St. Cloud, but even some of those. The St. Cloud Live is a weekly, and I don't know if it's I think weekly is a state statute, at least weekly or
Yeah, at least weekly, yeah.
So I mean it's fine, but I would hope that
Something
they
we'll
would
have to look at.
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
other opportunities because
Yeah, we certainly will.
other options might be free.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Item number 8, resolution 2024-02, authorization purchase 8 class 400 CNG vehicles.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Once again, this is to get our funding in order to hopefully we don't have to wait another 3 years to get chassis in place for these 8, but this is again just the very first piece of getting the funding in place for this 8 coming up.
All right.
Motion approved.
Second.
Okay, discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Number 9, consideration of the HR policy update.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. In preparation for 2024 open enrollment for benefits, every year when we do our open enrollment preparation, we look at the potential for adding different voluntary benefit options or other things that we might be able to enhance the benefit packages that we provide. As we were going through that process for 2024, I realized that our voluntary 7.6 voluntary insurance policy still spoke specifically to life, short-term disability, and long-term disability. And actually last year we added accident insurance and critical illness insurance, all still voluntary insurances, but still benefit options that are available. So the intent of the changes for this policy is to just make it more general so that if we do add different voluntary options, we don't have to update the policy every time we might do that. Any questions?
No.
Nope. Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that carries. Item number 10, long-range transit plan update.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. So just to give a brief update, I know many of you have received invites as part of the process for one-on-one meetings with the consultant team that we're working with for the long-range transit plan update. But on November 8th, we actually have an event that's going to include stakeholders, members of the public, staff from Metrobus. It's kind of going to be they're calling it a planning workshop, but it's more like a kind of a resources workshop that goes into the whole concept of, you know, adding service and changing service and things like that, and kind of the trade-offs that we sometimes have to deal with, because the pool money isn't infinite. And so as part of that, they would like 2 commissioners present, and we realize that if we get any more than that, it ends up needing to be a public meeting and need to be advertised and things like that. So they had asked for the group to bring that back to the commission and ask for 2 volunteers to attend that meeting on the 8th. And so, you know, maybe it ends up being, since Ryan and Kurt aren't here, that they're the volunteers.
So moved.
It's in Sauk Rapids at the river. I believe it's called the River Place Terrace, the new venue that they have there down by the river.
Oh, the clearing.
Or
I think it's a clearing.
What's that?
The clearing, I think it's called.
yeah, I forget the 100% forget the name of it, but
Right.
down by the river. And
Yep.
so, yeah, just looking for two volunteers or 2 representatives from the commission to attend that. It's from, let me just pull this up here, from 9 to 11:30 a.m.
I think that's a good idea. I'm not saying Commissioner Hunstinger, but Sartell would be a good one to have on there, because they're the ones that have conics and are looking for a long-range plan to how to get there. Unless somebody else wants to sit on it. That day I'm busy, so.
Yeah, is there some reason there needs to be 2 people there?
I think we can work with whatever you are all
I
comfortable
think
with.
it's it's in Sauk Rapids I'm fine with Kurt representing the board.
Yeah.
That way there's no other issue. It's in Sauk Rapids. If it was in Wade Park, I'd be fine with
Yeah.
Rick Kerp is in St. Cloud, but I would, I want to reach out to, and it's in Sauk Rapids. I would, if he can't be there, then you could let us know, but.
Yeah. But I did tell, I had the meeting today with them, and they just said they needed somebody from the board to be on it, so.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
maybe, and if,
Maybe John wants to.
John,
sit on
maybe
it
since
too,
you
I
had a
don't know.
meeting, if you want to.
Well, you guys have to have a meeting too.
Just looking at the retired folks in there.
Yeah, right.
But, Kurt, and if somebody else wants to join, I don't see anything wrong with that.
So to try to clarify
I could reach out to Ryan and Kurt and see if that's something they're interested in, and then come bring it back if they're not.
It's
Okay.
just an input session, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else on that? Planning update.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Michael Kudrowski, I'm the planning analyst here at Metrobus. One of my main responsibilities is looking at ridership data, making it presentable so we can get that to reporting for state and federal agencies. Here's some details about the last year that we had as far as ridership. Totals for fiscal year 23 was 774,825 total rides. That's a 6.6 increase across all modes from last year to this year. Dialer ride had an increase of 20.6% from last year to this year. And the North Star Link increased 13.2%. And then overall fixed routes, that's excluding North Star and Dialer ride, that had a 4.4% increase over last year. And then, on October 2nd, North Star Link began taking additional run to Big Lake and back each day. That's kind of a little bit of a ridership update. And next, moving on to kind of some all-year projects I've been involved with. I've been involved with the long-range plan. Dave alluded to some of it, but throughout the year, I've been working with Nelson and Nygaard, in partnership with SRF. The plan has been named Metrobus Forward, as many of you know. We're currently underway, and we meet bi-weekly. Surveys are being conducted of community members and riders to gather information. That feedback and data provided is crucial in evaluating services so we can put out the best possible service model for our community moving forward. Also involved with the Western Transit Hub project. For quite some time, I've been working with KLJ Engineering as well as the FTA to submit all documents and purchase the final parcel of land. We're in the final stage of that process, getting closer toward our end goal. And I've also been doing NTD surveying all year. Every 3 years, we collect data that can gather average passenger miles ridden by riding buses and collecting when people are getting on and off, and then making calculations for reporting. Additionally, I represent Metrobus on the rider on committees in the community. I facilitate the Rider Advisory Committee, and I'm also on the APO Technical Advisory Committee, and sometimes will fill in as a fill-in for the APO Policy Board meetings. That's all I have. Any questions?
Any-
Oh, good to see riderships up.
Absolutely.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. There's nothing else?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Moved in second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. We are adjourned at 12 minutes after.
There you go.
11 minutes. There you go.